Welcome craft beer lovers and beer lovers alike, and especially those beer lovers trying to break into something new and better beer. Welcome to you all. Welcome back to the Daft Beer channel, where we taste beers and give a little review on the beer. Hopefully soon we'll also be going out into the breweries and meeting up with the head brewers of those breweries. Unfortunately, I don't have my beer partner with me today, Daft UK. So I'm alone. Last on our last video, we did have a couple of sound issues. Hopefully those will be sorted. So for our second video, I have decided to do a bit of an IPA day. Basically an IPA test of a couple of IPAs I had lying around. Unfortunately, it's kind of like an IPA semi-final, if you would, as I don't have two of the big heavyweights here today. Devil's Peak Blockhouse, as well as how did I forget now? Mad Giant's Urban Legend, that's the one. I do have another heavyweight, which is Skeleton Coast. Yeah, so we got that one here today. We also have a fresh hop IPA from Jack Black as well, so it'll be nice to kind of get a different taste between the two and see how close they are and what makes fresh hop IPA fresh hop. We also got the Jackal, an IPA from Karoo Craft Breweries. This one's been in the fridge for a while, so I do hope it's going to be alright. I might have to just keep that into consideration when I'm drinking it. Obviously the hops could have faded quite a bit, but let's see, might be quite interesting. And then to top it off, I decided to, I didn't have obviously an original Blockhouse, but I do have a non-alcoholic Blockhouse which has been brought out recently. I know they gave JC the challenge of actually taking Blockhouse and making a non-alcoholic, because at the moment on the craft beer scene, Devil's Peak are kind of leading the whole non-alcoholic side of the story. With I think they got the three different. They got the lemon, they got the citrus non-alcoholic hero, and they got the normal hero, and now they've come out with the Blockhouse. So that's quite cool. I actually enjoy. I haven't had the lemon one yet. I enjoy the other two. But anyway, today we're obviously here for the IPA. And let's give it a crack. What should I start with? I think what we can do is I'm going to start with the Jackal, give it a bit of a taste and see what it's like. Cool. You can definitely get that cardboard taste, smell. Immediately I get that smell. It definitely is shelved a bit too long. Not the best, but these things happen, so I'm just going to keep that in consideration, obviously. So I don't know if it's going to be a true test of this one, but we'll see. It's actually quite a nice thing to actually show you guys as well. Let's see. Color's still pretty good. Might have slight oxidation, I don't know. There could be something. Let's turn this around. You can have a look there. Decent, nice color. Very caramelly, but I do get that cardboard old shelf sort of dusty taste, but I think that's not their fault. That's obviously a bit of a long shelf life, but definitely the malt's definitely a malt forward IPA. A lot of caramel raisins. For some reason I get a lot of raisins in there. I'm not getting too much hops. Now for the taste. Let's go in. Actually surprisingly good. I wasn't quite expecting that because of the smell, but the taste has held itself quite nicely. Much better than I expected. The hops definitely come through more on the taste than the smell. Light compared to the color. When you look at something like that, you obviously expect it to be quite a heavy, rich beer, but it's actually quite crisp and light. I'm quite surprised. So, quite a nice idea of a West Coast IPA. I thought it would be leaning more towards a British IPA, but it's definitely got a caramel characteristic, but I can get a little bit of orange peel. Also can get a raisiny taste as well. But pleasantly surprised. Very good, very crisp, very nice. Now, let's go next. I think I'm going to go for the Skeleton Coast. Skeleton Coast, obviously one of SA's big standards, heavyweights. It's been here for quite a few years. A lot of people's favorite. I know this from a lot of my friends, a lot of other craft beer fans out there, definitely saying they love this beer. I definitely went through a stage, I did love it a lot. I did do a bit of travel in the States, and when I came back after drinking all that craft beer, I was looking for something in the country. I found Blockhouse, which was amazing at the stage. And I also found Skeleton Coast, which I liked a lot at the time. And I haven't had one for quite a while, so it's going to be quite interesting to see. This one's a lot more fresh, got it recently, so I do think we'll have a bit of an unfair advantage to the Jackal. Oh, I think it's the shape of the bottle, comes out at quite a speed. Oh, look at that head. It's got a nice little orangey head, eh? Definitely not creamy, definitely not white and crisp. From the color, doesn't look as dark, I must admit, as the Jackal. Looks a bit more crisp, but I expected the other opposite. Yeah, I would say definitely slightly lighter than the Jackal in color. Head retention much better. I don't get so much smell, not even that. Doesn't give me as much as the Jackal, I must admit. I was expecting a bit more. Smell is a bit dull. Definitely also get caramel from there. Also very little hops, but a lot of caramel. Very malt forward. But not as much. Maybe a slight hint of vanilla. Ever so slight. Still not too many hops. Maybe a little bit of orange. A little bit of orange. I can get in there, but definitely more caramel. Oh, that's different. From the side taste, I would say it's cleaner than the Jackal, but that could obviously be the shelf life. But definitely cleaner. Not as crisp, but probably a little bit heavier, but cleaner at the same time. Doesn't have that kind of cardboard sort of plastery taste. There's a fair amount of bitterness in there though. This one's definitely more bitter. Definitely quite it's a strong heavy bitter beer. Very heavy burnt caramel. Sort of almost smoky. It's got definitely a deep smoky taste, almost like you're drinking a bourbon in a beer, in a strange way. So definitely not more of the modern hop forward beers. You know, your West Coast, your New England styles, where you obviously got your less malt, a lot of hops, that sort of thing, yeast driven, hop driven sort of beers that we're getting out now. Definitely more of a old school, even slightly leaning towards an old East Coast British style IPA, but a lot more bitter. So I wouldn't say as West Coast as I was expecting, but as I remember it to be. But yeah, I could probably do with a few more hops, but no, it's definitely better than I was expecting, to be honest. But definitely leaning more towards a crisp, lighter, hoppier taste, which I'm hoping from the name Fresh Hop, we're going to get something out of that from there. So let's go straight into it. Let's go straight into the Fresh Hop IPA. I hope you guys are out there drinking an incredible beer. Okay, so let's give this one a pour, see what it's like. I want to see the difference between this and the Skeleton Coast. Very interesting. Oh, a lot lighter. And that's kind of what I was expecting more from this. From what we can see already. The head, a lot lighter, a lot more white, not as dirty. Color, definitely a lot more crisp, light. Doesn't look like the malt bill was quite on the same level as the Skeleton Coast. Perhaps more pale malt, less specialty malts. The smell, definitely more fresh than the Skeleton Coast. I was actually quite expecting, because I actually did have one of these yesterday, and it was quite heavy, but maybe it was compared to the other stuff I was drinking at the time, because I was drinking New England styles. A lot more orange, a lot more citrus in this one than a Skeleton Coast. Definitely not very far away from the caramel I was expecting, the caramel from the Skeleton Coast and the Jackal. More of the fresh citrusy notes, perhaps even leaning towards more tropical pine, that sort of thing. Taste, however, probably is more on the strong side. It is quite heavy bodied still for a fresh hop. What do you expect from a name like this? Well, at least myself, I'm kind of expecting to get a very light body, crisp, very what would I say, florally pale, but actually get quite a lot of body in this. Actually wouldn't mind more from a hop takeover instead of a malt takeover, but the smell you definitely get that, but from the body it's definitely more of a malt takeover. I would have preferred it to be slightly less body and a little bit more hops, but that's obviously personal taste and everybody's got a different taste. So give it a try if you're out there. Definitely worth buying, but I would have expected maybe slightly less alcohol. I don't even know it is. It actually tastes quite strong. It's only a 5.1%, but I think it could have actually been. It actually takes a lot. It's actually got quite a heavy punch to it. But still decent. Still very good. Definitely worth a buy. If you see it on the shelf, take it. Well, if you see it in the fridge, take it. If you see it on the shelf, probably not. Which leads me to the final beer today, which I'm going to try, and that is the Blockhouse non-alcoholic. So I want to see how this one matches against these other three. And these are quite heavy alcohol beers with, what's this? The Skeleton Coast sitting at 6.9. That's quite a heavy beer. We've got the Jackal sitting at 6. And this one, the Fresh Hop up here at 5.1. So nice way to top it up. Probably went the wrong way around, but I just wanted to throw this in there as a bit of a challenger and see what non-alcoholic beers can do now. The smell is amazing. You definitely get a lot of hops from that smell, because now there's virtually no body to actually compete with those hops. So you do get a lot of that hop smell that comes straight away. As you can see from the color immediately, it's a lot lighter than all the other three. Obviously, being a non-alcoholic beer, I doubt you'll be able to get a heavy, dark, rich color and body with non-alcoholic. But that smell immediately is to die for. I mean, it's the one thing that obviously does help without having that body, is you get that full hops. All you smell is those delicious hops. But you can get a soda water smell, almost like sparkling soda water, tin soda water, which I find a lot comes with these non-alcoholic beers, but still decent. Okay, once you've had these, it definitely just tastes like soda water, unfortunately. I'm actually a big fan of this beer. I like normally starting off with one. At least I can just savor the next beers. But tasting those first now, these obviously come through. This comes through as a bit of a soda water taste. Can't get much flavor at all. I do get a nice amount of bitterness though. Decent amount of bitterness. A little bit of citrus, quite a nice little citrus, sort of grapefruit, orange sort of taste. Lemon, slightly lemony as well. Still delicious, but obviously just tastes a lot, almost thin compared to the rest. But yeah guys, and that's me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit like, subscribe to our channel as well. We're trying to get as many subscribers as we can, and also hit the notification bell so when we upload a new video you get the notification and you can be one of the first to watch it. But yeah guys, I hope you're all enjoying a nice cold beer yourselves, wherever you are in the world. Please hit the comments on the videos, let us know how we can improve, give us some ideas towards making new videos, and yeah, we'll try and upload a lot more regularly. Cheers to craft beer, cheers to hops, cheers to malt. See you all again. Cheers.